So, with the Daredevil Born Again trailer that released last week, we saw Matt Murdock return as the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. In this trailer, there is a shot that really piqued my interest, and I believe I might know who will bite the bullet at the end of Daredevil Born Again Season 1. But before you go any further in this video, let this be your spoiler warning for Daredevil Born Again. As well, make sure to like and subscribe. We are very quickly approaching 200,000 subscribers, and my goal is to hit that by March 4th when Daredevil Born Again releases. Now back to the video. So in the trailer, we got the shot of Matt's cowl in slow motion falling in front of Josie's bar. The most interesting part about this shot is the background and what it all connects to. If you look closely at the cowl, you will see that Matt is missing one of the horns on the helmet. Now, this appears to be very sharp, like a serrated edge almost just from it breaking off, but it is definitely made out of some sort of metal. This is going to be a key part and a crucial detail for the future. With that, if we look closely to the left side of the screen, we can see some paramedics aiding an individual on the ground, along with some more paramedics in the doorway of Josie's bar. This is going to be another important and crucial detail later in this video. Now, if we look to the right hand side of the screen, we can see an ambulance departing and some smoke filling the area. To the normal eye, this might be just another Marvel trailer shot where they show a helmet or some sort of figure that is getting a new suit in the show. I don't think that's the case. Yes, this is definitely a CG shot, the helmet is definitely a CG render, but there is more to this. Let me explain. Later in the same trailer, we get 3 shots of Bullseye, aka Benjamin Dex Poindexter. He was last seen at the end of Daredevil Season 3, where he was getting a spinal fusion after Kingpin Wilson Fisk broke his back after he tried to murder Vanessa in the finale. Why is this so important? Well, we know from the trailer that Dex is in prison, although I don't feel like that's going to last long. With Fisk being the new mayor of New York, one of 3 things is going to happen. Dex is going to come after Fisk and Vanessa, that is almost certain. But secondly, Fisk may actually orchestrate a prison break and get Dex out. We saw the same thing with Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, in Season 2 of Daredevil with that iconic hallway scene. Matt has successfully broken in and out of this prison before as well. We know Fisk runs this prison. Lastly, from the trailers it seems like Karen Page is going to be at all of Dex's court hearings and following the case closely, which, if you saw Daredevil Season 3, that makes perfect sense. I can see Fisk pardoning him for his crimes in the stipulation that Dex works for him, and his task is to draw the devil out of hiding. Dex is definitely going to be very vengeful of Wilson, especially after Season 3's ending. I don't know if Dex's grudge against Wilson is ever going to go away for what he did, but I think he might use that against Dex. We also know that the Anti-Vigilante Task Force is going to be making their MCU debut in the show, and obviously, as the name says, their goal is to hunt down all the vigilantes in New York. Daredevil is enemy number 1. As well, there's a very quick shot in this trailer of someone in a blue suit throwing a smoke grenade towards the camera while there's already smoke filled in the background. If you look closely, they are holding the same handgun. This is Dex, aka Bullseye. His suit here looks very reminiscent of his suit in Daredevil End of Days. I love this look. Following this, let's take a look at this clip from the Marvel Look Ahead trailer. Here we can see Matt and the person with the blue suit and that infamous silver handgun with the suppressor attached as they dive through the window. To put this into perspective, I believe that Bullseye is going to Josie's bar to either murder Karen or Foggy. He and Karen already have a long history, so it makes the most sense that at this point in time, Karen is his main target. Following this, Matt somehow gets there and launches himself and Bullseye through the window. They would start hand-to-hand fighting during this, and Bullseye would end up breaking one of Matt's horns off of his helmet. I believe that this is the point in time where Bullseye is going to throw that horn at either Karen or Foggy, which will lead to Matt to opening up a can of whoop-ass. From there, Matt is going to be enraged, and this fight is going to carry out through the bar and into the apartment hallways and complexes above. This will lead to the roof where we get the final shot of the helmet falling down. Daredevil Season 3 partially adapted the Born Again story. We know that the show is a mix of Devil's Reign mixed with Zdarsky and Soule's runs, respectively. The Daredevil 600 comic book run from Charles Soule is my personal favorite, and I'm really glad to see parts of this being adapted in this show. With that, in the Born Again comics by Frank Miller, Karen Page is killed by Bullseye in Clinton Church, but in Daredevil Season 3, we got a fake-out death, with Father Lantom taking Karen's place instead. So I think Karen is going to be off the hook. Why bring back Karen and Foggy just to kill them off again? To me, that doesn't make the most sense, but they might be doing it. I do believe that something is going to happen to Karen, but I think that if it were to happen, it would be in the Punisher's new show that is reportedly in development at Marvel Studios, following John Bernthal's performance in Daredevil Born Again. If Bullseye kills Karen in the show, he isn't going to leave New York alive without Frank getting to him first. So that leaves us with Franklin Foggy Nelson. Personally, I don't want Foggy or Karen to die. However, I think for Matt to get to his breaking point in the season, something has to happen to Foggy, whether that being shot by Bullseye or impaled by Matt's horn from Bullseye, something is going to happen to him. Throughout Daredevil seasons 1 through 3 and The Defenders, Matt has been a really shitty friend of Foggy on multiple occasions. From constantly lying about his alter ego, being late to court, and absent from their firm, to ultimately faking his death and then stealing his bar card to break into prison. This entire time, Foggy has only had Matt's best interest at heart. This scene still kills me.
I only never needed my friend. I wouldn't have kept this from you, Matt. Not from you.
Karen Page is most likely safe for the meantime, but Dex is still on the loose, along with other characters like Muse. With it all being said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, go ahead and comment Devil's Reign in the comments down below. I would love to hear your early predictions for the show. Joe from Jar Jar Jargon, and I will be going live this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern for Cantina Jargon, our semi-weekly podcast. I will see you on the next one. This has been Caden for Cantina Talk, signing off.